Hello friends, today I take up a new topic and this is called the corona pandemic, the great divider. Friends, as you know that for the last 1.5 years, India is suffering from the pandemic corona and its fallout has been very much on the bottom 50% of the population. Their household income very much lower down, while the top 20% became richer. So, the corona pandemic created a complete divide in the society. In the previous lecture, I have already told you that the top 1% people have amassed 22% of the national income and top 10% people amassed 57% of the national income. And so, against the objective of our constitution, which wants to establish a socialist society, which want to establish a equitable society, which want concentration of wealth in a few hands, this pandemic has further exacerbated the divide between the rich and poor. And so, I have taken up this topic. As you know that Indian economy was slowing down since 2011-12, and then from 2016 to 17 onwards, it was further slumping down to 4.5% growth rate. And when the onset of corona spread in India, our economy was already in the vulnerable shape, and so Indian economy was very much hard hit by the pandemic corona. And so what we see that it has widespread repercussion upon all sectors of economy. Agriculture was badly hit. Our farmers did not get the actual prices because the prices fell down. The international market and the domestic market, the chain between both were broken down, and because of this breaking up of the supply chain, commodities, the price of commodities very much fell down, and so our farmers could not get remunerative prices and their income already declined. Similarly, the situation occurred in the industrial sectors. In 2019, our industrial production index was 134 and it slumped down to 54 between February 2020 and April 2020. Similarly, what we see that the export of beef meat declined from 1 lakh ton to 40,000 million ton, fearing that it will spread coronavirus in the foreign countries. And similarly, the poultry farm were very much hit. Large scale birds were culled down so that the pandemic should not spread. And similarly, what we see that the 40% of our non-farm sector employment is in the MSME sector. I mean micro, small, medium sector. And now, because of the pandemic Corona, this sector was very much hard hit. As friends, you know that around 11 crore people are employed in MSME in our country. And so, with the fall of employment in MSME sector, India was very much in the grave position insofar as the employment of large scale skilled and non-skilled people are concerned. And so, what you see, 35% of MSME is not in the position to get a revival. Moreover, GST collection fell down by 1/3 between February 2020 and April 2020. And so, government could not get the due revenue. And so, what you see, that people between the age of 19 to 39 were very much hit by this pandemic corona. Moreover, government tried its level best by injecting liquidity in the economy. Number one, compensation to farmers because of the losses they incurred, and provision of credit without interest, and finally free supply of food, capitalization of banks. And the government of India injected 20 lakh crore rupees into the economy to establish continuous supply chain. So what we see, that it is about 1/10 of our GDP. So what we see, that government of India has done excellent job in improving the condition of people who were starving to death, who were unemployed, and I will talk all these things in detail later on. So what we see, that the need of the hour is to increase capital investment in our economy, and most of the economists estimate that $1.4 trillion is needed for investment if you want to get $5 trillion economy by 2025 as the target fixed by Government of India. So friends, one by one we will discuss in detail. Our lesson plan includes why is it in the news, and I have already discussed about it, how it has widened the divide between the top 50% and below 50%, and then the urban areas were most affected. COVID disrupted the economy, food and agriculture, aviation and tourism, telecom, pharmaceuticals, oil and gas, manufacturing sectors, overall impact on GDP, government efforts, solution and conclusion. Under these headings, I will talk about the impact of pandemic corona and how it has resulted into an unequal society where the divide has become bigger, where the top 20% became more rich and the below 20% their household income came down heavily. So I shall discuss this topic under these headings one by one. Friends, as you know that it is an institute, People's Research on India's Consumer Economy. In short, it is PRICE. A Mumbai-based think tank conducted a survey between April and October 2021, and it covered 2 lakh households in the first round and 42,000 households in the second round. Survey was conducted in 120 towns covering 100 districts and 800 villages. So it is a mass-based survey, and the population was split into 5 categories this way. So what we see, that the bottom is 20% and thereafter A, B, C, D, E. Population was split into 5 categories of people from bottom to top. And so survey showed that the poorest 20% witnessed the biggest erosion of 53%. This one, the population below in the bottom 20%, and they suffered too much and their income declined to 53%. And the second lowest category, this one B category, their income slowed down to 32%. This one 53% and this one 32%. And so the third category, its income eroded by 9%. Fourth category, its income eroded by 7%. And the fourth category, its income raised by 7%. And the top 20%, their income enhanced to 39%. So what we see, that the top 40%, albeit the top 20% got maximum benefit out of pandemic corona, and their income increased by 39%. So what you see, that there is a wide gap between the rich and the poor. In the already unequal society, India has already been an unequal society in the world. And so after corona, this inequality has become further wider. This is a matter of concern to all of us. So I have taken this topic. The survey showed that while the richest 20% accounted for 50.2% of the total household income in 1995, their share has now jumped to 56.3% in 2021. On the other hand, the share of the other 20% dropped below 20%, whose share was 5.9% in the household income. Their share came down to 3.3% in the same period. So what you see, that corona has hit hard on the common man, particularly those people who are living the bottom 20%. Or even bottom 40%. They have been very much hard hit by the pandemic corona. So this is the chart and that I am presenting before you. This one is the poorest 20% that I have told you, the last on the bottom A category, and its income. What you see, that 2015-16, the household income was 1.37 lakh rupees. Now it has come down to minus 2.6. This is the change. Now it has come down to 0.65%, and this is a change of minus 5.6%. Similarly, the lower middle class in the B category from bottom, its household income was 1.85 lakh. Now in 2020-21, income came down to 1.25 lakh, and this is the change of 32.4%, that is a minus 32.4%. Similarly, the middle 20%, between 40 to 60%, the household income was in 2015-16 to the tune of 2.25 lakh rupees. Now in 2020-21 it has come down to 2.05 lakh. It is a minus 8.9%. And similarly, upper middle class 20%, between 60 to 80%. What you see in 2015-16, the household income was 3.01 lakh rupees. Now in 2020-21 it came down to 3.22 lakh, and it is an addition of 7%. And similarly, in the richest category, I mean the top 20%, from 82, in the bracket of 80 to 100%, 80 to 100, what you see, this category of people benefited too much on account of pandemic corona for the last 2 years. What you see, that in 2015 to 16, the household income was 5.26 lakh rupees. Now in 2020-21 it reached to 7.31%, and aggregate 39% changes. So what you see, that corona pandemic benefited the top 20% most, and thereafter the second gainer was the second category, I mean between 60 to 80 category people in the category 4, and so the gain was aggregate 7%. So according to the analysis of the data, what you see, that the urban areas were more affected. Why I am telling this? Because of the lockdown, the urban area was very much hard hit in comparison to rural areas. Agriculture activities were going on, and moreover, on account of lockdown, most of the labor fled to rural areas. They went to their villages, and so what you see, urban areas were very much affected by pandemic corona and its fallout in the by way of lockdown. So what we see, that in the first wave urban areas were very much affected. It's 10% poverty, people having 10% of who were living below the poverty line, they now increased to 30%, an increase of 20% in urban areas. And why this situation occurred? Because the lockdown affected most the household workers, petty traders. They were the people who lost the job, their income very much declined. The casual labor, petty traders, household workers were hard hit by the lockdown in the first wave. And the rise of the poor in the cities rose, as I already told you, from 10% to 30% under poverty line. COVID disrupted the economy. Why I am telling this? Because between 2005 and 2016, household income of the richest 20% grew by 34%, while the poorest 20% saw the growth of household income by 183% at an average growth rate of 9.9%. and it showed that how government of India and the different state government are trying to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor. But this COVID just did opposite. Now it halved their income from what they had in 2016. So the bottom 40% were the people who were very much hard hit by the pandemic corona. Now agriculture, how the agriculture were affected. I have already told you that the supply chain was disrupted. Domestic market and international market could not be joined together. There was disruption, chain of supply was completely disrupted, and its fallouts were fall in the prices, and so our farmers did not get remunerative prices. Number one. Number two, the large scale culling of poultry, birds, resulted in the loss of income of poultry farmers. Similarly, the price of milk came down. It was very much hard hit, and the price declined to the tune of 19%. Supply could not be sustained on account of the unavailability of transport facilities. And so what you see, that several state government have already allotted free movement of fruits, vegetable and milk. But in spite of the efforts of government, because of the unavailability of the transport facilities, because of the lockdown, the agricultural foods could not be sold at remunerative prices. Similarly, aviation and tourism were very much hard hit by pandemic corona. As you know that the share of GDP of tourism is 2.4%, and share of aviation in our GDP is 2.4%, and share of tourism in our economy is 9.2%. These two sectors were very much affected by pandemic corona, with the result that 43 million people engaged in the tourism in 2019 became jobless. There was no job at all because people stopped going on tour. So what you see, they segregated themselves and locked themselves in the four walls of their houses, so there was no scope for tourism. And similarly, what we see, that 70% of the total workforce were laid off. Estimated to be 85 billion rupees losses in both the sectors. Now, what has been the result of pandemic corona in the telecom sector? And friends, as you know that 6.5% of the share of GDP, and it engages 4 million people, and so it is a large sector in our economy. And because of pandemic, the demand rose by 10%. Why? Because online talk, online classes in the educational field has started by leaps and bounds because of the stoppage of offline classes. So what you see, that this data will show you that how this has increased in quarter 2, 2019. It was 20 GB data traffic, and now it increased to this one in quarter 2020 went to increased to more than, 24 to 25. So this data clearly shows that there is increase of data from quarter to 2019 to 2020. Pharmaceuticals market size is $55 billion, and because of the corona, it researched in India and exported because of the exporting of hydrochloric chloroquine to the other countries of the world. The pharmaceutical sectors rose, and rise in the prices of the raw material, because for the raw materials we are heavily dependent upon China, and so the generic drugs became more costly and was affected because of our too much dependence on the import from China. Similarly, what we see on the oil and gas sector, because of the lockdown across the country, what we see that 2/3 of the demand of transport fuel slowed down, cut down. The price of crude oil also dipped, and in the same period, what is the government increased the excise duty to make up for the revenue loss. Similarly, manufacturing sectors, because of the migration of the laborers to the villages, manufacturing units were shut down for a longer period. Global and local supply chain were disrupted. And I have already discussed about it, how the index of industrial production, which was 134.2 in 2020 February, fell down to 54 in April 2020. So overall impact on GDP, how corona pandemic impacted upon our GDP. Number one, GDP in 2020-21 contracted by 7.3% because of closing of business units. Number two, increasing unemployment. Number three, significant decline in domestic consumption. Number four, RBI anticipated growth of 10.5% during the financial year of 2021-22, but other rating agencies forecast the growth of Indian economy in 2021-22 by 8.2%. What were the government efforts? Government of India has done tremendous work on the front of controlling pandemic corona. It is another thing that because of our poor infrastructure in health, the kind of pandemic and the rate by which the people started getting infected, they could not be treated properly. So what were the government efforts? Now the government committed 15 lakh crore to be invested in the next 3 years to improve health sector. Provided free ration to 80 crore people to save them from starvation to death, and free vaccination to the entire population of India, 130 crore to 135 crore population. And so this is not a mean achievement, it's a big achievement. And the production capacity of the oxygen was increased from 1500 metric ton to 15,000 metric ton per day. Rupees 40,995 crore for electronic manufacturing on 21st March 2020, and allocation for Manrega, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Program, its allocation was doubled. So this saved our labor class from starvation. And in the lean season, when the pandemic was spreading widespread, in urban and rural areas. Government gave work by way of Manrega to the labor class people. Otherwise, they would have starved to death. Now, economy package of 20 lakh, as I have already told you, 20 lakh crore by the Prime Minister for infrastructure, building support to stressed businesses, and a certain amount of direct cash support to our farmers. And this 20 lakh crore is the 10% of our GDP. So a huge amount has been pumped into our economy. So what are the solution? Number one, K-shaped policy that addresses the two ends of a spectrum. When I say K, what does this mean? This K is rich, top 20%, and this one is K, the below 40%, bottom 40% population. Our policies should be adopted to address the problems of both. So a K-type solution is needed to address the rich people and the bottom 40%. Now second is how to build the bridge between the two group of people, and finally improving the ease of doing business to improve the economy of the bottom half by long-term policy of stability and investment. Friends, as you know that investment is the real panacea to uplift the economy, and particularly those people who are suffering most. So in order to give our economy stability, investment is must, and that's why Government of India pumped 20 lakh crore rupees in our economy. Conclusion. What conclusion we can draw from this pandemic corona? So number one, what we see that the most hard hit were the people who were engaged in MSME. I mean micro, small and medium sector of economy. And as I have already told you that this sector employed 11 crore people. So the effect of this pandemic corona is that 35% of MSME sector could not now be revived, and they have become permanently shut down. So what you have to do? You have to strengthen MSME sector. Why? Because these sector have the ample potentiality to give employment. And today the most important problem for an Indian youth is to get employment. Friends, as you know that the youth between 15 to 13 years of age are the job seekers. They are acute need of getting job, and these people were very much hard hit by the pandemic corona. So the important solution will be to address these people, because they are the part of our demographic dividend. If they get employment, they will boost our investment, saving, and thereby increase our volume of economy. And what we see, the next important impact was that 13 million people disappeared from the labor force. Why? Because they became too much disheartened or disappointed that they will not get job. They shut themselves, and now they are not coming in the job market, in the labor force. So what we have to do? We have to energize this group of people, this labor force who have disappeared from the labor market, job market. Health sector must be strengthened to reduce the rate of death that occurred in the time of pandemic corona, and we have seen thousands of dead body were swimming in the river Ganga and other rivers. People had no means even to conduct last rite for their relatives. So what you see, that our health sector was completely exposed by pandemic corona, and that's why Government of India has laid too much stress upon the building of health infrastructure. So friends, now I am winding up my lecture on this subject. I hope that lecture might have been beneficial for you. If you like my lecture, please share and subscribe, and tell your friends that this is a free channel. Just type AJIS Academy on YouTube and you will find numerous videos meant for different competitive examination. Thank you very much.